Do you have ancestors in New York? I have the research tool for you. It's called CRIS. What's CRIS? It's an interactive database filled with the cultural resources of New York State. And that database contains genealogy gold. What's this magic element? Places important to our past, specifically properties listed in the National Register of Historic Places. Here's how to access your new resource. Stay with this video till the end, and I'll give you an additional pro tip. Let's get started. Access the CRIS database. We're going to start with Google. We're going to type in New York and SHPO for State Historic Preservation Office. The page. And we will see a nice menu on the side. You can look at National Register, you can look at all of these different options, but this is your money shot right there. So you click on that, and it takes you to this page. Of course, we have to agree to the legal disclaimer, and then we have that option. How do we sign in? Well, we're going to look just as a guest because we don't want to enter data, so we're just looking. The search option has many different options to choose from. We have a map, and you can click on the map. You can also look at any of these tabs. We're going to go to National Register. If we know the number, we can put that in automatically, or the name or the address. But let's just look at the localities by starting with county, and I'm going to go down to Orleans and the town of Medina. Then we just hit search. We get 6 entries, 2 of which are districts. So we're going to look at this district on Main Street. All of the yellow dots are buildings that are included in the district, contributing to it. And you can look at each listed item for information. What does the red dot mean? Not eligible. So it was surveyed and it is included in this document, but it is not eligible and therefore is not officially part of the district. So it's very helpful to have this kind of option. You can see it as a whole, and you can imagine if your ancestor really lived anywhere in and around this town, you know that this main district, main shopping area was important to them. Okay, when you click on that button, you get 2 options. You get the photos from the National Register nomination and the nomination form itself. The photos, however, are also worthwhile because you get specific buildings. This is 12 pages long, so you get a decent amount of photos here of the different buildings, as well as names and addresses. So you can put them, if they're no longer there, or they look different today, you can look at these photos and get a better feel of it. So let's look at the nomination form itself. It is 68 pages long. Like I mentioned, you get some real nice definition, some real discussion of the history of Medina, how it developed, who immigrated there, what they did. There are just some really amazing things that you can find in there. This is a slightly older form. This is for the Medina Post Office, but it gives you right here that thematic resource. So it falls under this umbrella or parent nomination, which is U.S. Post Offices in New York State between that period. So the reason you may want to look at that is because, again, it will talk about what was happening in the different areas throughout the state, some real meat of historic context. And a lot of it will be broad and yet provide some decent information. It will also tell you about some of the architects and the architecture that will be seen in the different post offices. I'm Michelle Spencer of Roma Mary Grace, the family business researcher. I've been working with the National Register of Historic Places for over a decade. I hope you find your ancestor, their business, and great local historic context to add life to your family's story. Leave a comment below, let me know how it goes, and hit subscribe for more tips. I promised you one more pro tip, and it is go local to learn. If you want to know more about the National Register and what properties might be included in your area, simply look local. This is the Orleans County, New York tourism page, and they prominently highlight this cobblestone architecture. Indeed, they have this fabulous interactive map. You can look at it, choose an item, and it gives you specific information that might include something like, hey, Mr. Goodwin built this. Now, if it's actually listed in the National Register, then they also provide a link. How great is that? Happy hunting, and hit subscribe to learn more tips.